okay, I'll give you a scenario. Say by midseason we're one of the worst teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a chance we can get the number one overall. And the Lakers offer us Lonzo for
for
that pick and
for that.
Frank.
It would definitely have to depend on now if the draft isn't, if the young guys in college, if there's nobody shining, like you said, there's probably not going to be a great draft class this year. If it's not that, then yeah, I would do it. But I'd have to see how bad we are. I'd have to see um,
I would say how Lonzo's doing as well.
yeah, that too, because that's important because he had a lot of injuries last year. He was up and down. Um, so yeah, it depends. It's a lot of factors. I would be more. I wouldn't. I'd be more inclined to keep our first round pick if we're gonna have a top 3 or 4 pick in the draft. I'm more inclined to. I would be leaning towards keeping that in almost every situation, unless you're getting a can't miss superstar player. You know what I mean? That's just that.
Well, what you
Like I
call
said,
this? You know what I'm saying? Like with the numbers, yeah, with the number three pick, with like a top three pick, there's a lot that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a game changing player.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a guy you want to move your entire franchise forward. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? Because Lonzo was number two pick overall. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so, um, and we see where he's turning to be. He's going to be a good player in this league.
Yeah.
You know, so he averaged 10 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds his rookie season. So I think that just I think that he can do 18-8 or even 18-10 or I think he can do that in his you know what I'm saying like I
He's
think
gonna
he
he's
could
gonna
be
be
a
a good
really good point
he's
guard.
gonna be a good point guard. Like I don't know how his scoring is gonna come along, but he's definitely gonna be
That's why I said 17 or 18.
he's definitely gonna be a good point guard, and I have no question about that. He was a good team defender last year. Um, so I definitely would take Lonzo Ball. If that's another situation you got to look close into because, yeah,
and but we're forgetting the biggest factor when it comes to Lonzo Ball, and that's LeVar.
yeah, I'm
That's
I'm
LeVar.
not even worried about him to be that
But
much.
I'm not. Me and you are not worried about that. But a lot of teams are turned completely off by him.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, a lot of teams don't want any distractions, no circus. You know, but James Dolan's like, hey, the circus, bro, come to the big top right here in New York.
yeah. I mean, it could be a recipe for disaster. It could be, but I'm willing to take that chance on a really good player like that. I mean, you don't really have
That's
to
a
address
tough
him.
decision.
You, I mean, you don't really have to address him. Like, you can just say, "I'm not talking about him. Don't ask me questions about him," and let him talk. Let him talk because in the end, all he's doing is fucking talking. So let him say whatever he want to say about my son's not gonna play here if y'all do this and that. You let him say what they want to say. Just if you think you can get him to play there, and if he's available, I say go for him, and just do not address him when they ask you about LeVar Ball. I'm not answering questions about LeVar Ball. It's really that really diffuses a lot of shit. Just say I'm not gonna answer the questions. If they keep trying to ask you, good night, have a nice day. You know what I mean? Like you can control that narrative if you want to control it, at least from your end.
Well,
Like
but like people have tried that in the past, and it's just going to get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like especially in New York, then they're not going to stop. This is the media. They're not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I mean,
he come out with another statement and saying some stupid bullshit, and he can say another statement about some stupid bullshit. He said another statement about some stupid bullshit. And you can stonewall them all you want, but they're just going to keep on coming. So
I
I would
mean,
just keep stonewalling.
yeah,
I would
I would
just
just
make a
yeah.
game out of it.
I was
Like
gonna
not
say
going to get
just
anything out of me.
right. I was gonna say just keep stonewalling. Just keep saying next question, next question, and then say have a nice day. If somebody if you get two LeVar Ball questions in a row, have a nice day. Walk away from the press conference. You can do it. You showed up to the press conference. As long as you show up to the press conference, you can't get fined. It's not. You don't have to be there. I don't think there's any restrictions on how long you got to sit there. So they ask you two questions in a row about LeVar Ball. Good night, everybody. See you next game. So it's up to so then you take control of it because then it's like, all right, we want to talk to him, and we're not gonna if we know if we ask 2 questions about LeVar Ball, he's walking away. So I guess what they will start doing is wait till the end of the interview, then try to ask a second one. But then that's when you gotta start stopping them at the first one. But either way, you don't have to answer the questions. You can take control of it if you want to take control of it, and again in the end it's just questions and press conferences. So it's like as long as
And
Lonzo's
that's the
playing on the
thing.
court.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's the thing. I'm trying to think about how that would work. Like that would just make it more of a story. You know what I'm saying? The more you ignore it, and the more you even like it does. It's not a good thing either way. When you bring attention to it by even ignoring the questions,
Yeah, I don't think so.
it it kind of makes the story not go away. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it kind of makes the story bigger. It's like all right, um, on Sports Center or ESPN or even Fox if it's in New York. If it's on Fox News or anywhere, it's just like, oh well, Scott Perry's ignoring talks about LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball said this, and we think Lonzo's thinking to this. So what's going to happen is that's causing teammates to do, like at that point, like there's nothing you can do about this guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he like at that point you have to tell, like you gotta tell Lonzo, listen, like talk to your father. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I know you want to play here. I want to give you opportunity to play. You know what I'm saying? Like if Magic can't shut the motherfucker up, well, he hasn't been talking in a while. I haven't heard
Yeah,
him say anything in a while.
right.
If Magic can't do shit for them, like the New York media, he'll go crazy here.
But but
You know what I'm
but
saying? Like,
but even with him being what he is, I don't think it's a problem in LA. Like I don't think like we talk about it, but I think in there, I don't think they tripping over it. Like it's like whatever. Like he's gonna run his mouth. I don't think it's that big of a deal. As long as Lonzo's there and he's playing, like as long as he ain't saying I'm pulling Lonzo off the court and then actually pull him off the court. You know what I mean? Like say whatever you want, and but I don't think it's that big of a problem that we think it is. Like it's annoying to me personally. He annoys the shit out of me, but I don't think from the organization standpoint that it's really an issue. Like I don't think that I think they get annoyed by it. I'm not saying they don't get annoyed by him because I know I would. If I was Magic, I'd be annoyed by him too. And I know that they
I was
have talked to
Magic.
him.
If I was Magic, if I was one of his players, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine like remember when he mentioned he was like, oh, my son's gonna be more popular than LeBron's sons, and LeBron's like, keep my son's name out your mouth.
Yeah, yeah,
That annoyed LeBron. Like,
right,
shut the fuck up, dude.
yeah, yeah, and but again, like it could be that way if you let it. Like I just think I just don't think as far as the Lakers, I don't think it was. I don't think it affected anything. I think he was annoying, and I think they were annoyed by him. But I don't think in the end it affected anything. You know what I mean? So it's really up to the way people handle it. You know what I mean? I'm willing to take a chance on him. Give, give
I
me
won't
give
take a
me give
chance
me
on him
Lonzo
because I
Ball.
want to take a chance
You can
on
have
him.
right.
Like, cause Lonzo Ball is not a problem whatsoever.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's a kid who seems like he has his head straight on the court. He's improving. He's showing like he's while working the shot, but that will come. You know what I'm saying? Because he's working on it.
Right.
He knows he has to work on it. He's
Uh,
working on it. You know
Well,
what I'm saying? He's working on his
and
defense.
it's funny because I was listening to Colin, I believe, and it was saying that his work ethic isn't as good as they want it to be. So I don't know how bad that is or how much how bad his work ethic is or how not good it is or whatever. But the word is that it's not. He's not the hard, quite the person, quite the worker that they thought he was. So I don't know how hard, well, I don't know what degree to what level that is, but that could change. That could, I know he's in good shape. I heard that he came to something, maybe summer camp. I mean summer league or whatever it was. But they said that he was ripped, and they said he's definitely been working on his body. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what where the report came from. I really don't know. So it's just a matter of we'll see what happens when he gets back on the court. How much he worked on his game.
I fully expect him. Well, not now. Before LeBron got there, I fully expected him to take a really huge leap. You know what I'm saying? As far as the scoring and assists, you know what I'm saying? Like he averaged 10 points. I would expect him to average about 15 and 9 or something like that this season.
Yeah.
I was totally expecting him to do that this season, maybe even 10 assists,
Mm.
because he's a good passer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he reminds me of Jason Kidd. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
so, I fully expected him to take a leap, especially rebounding, everything. I expected him to become a better shooter within the next 3 seasons.
Mm.
He's going to be a better shooter, way
Yeah.
better.
Right. Right. Even if he's not like a automatic, he'll definitely get respectable enough. I think because he can hit him. He's a little streaky because he'll start hitting them, and then all of a sudden I mean when he misses it looks really bad though. but he's a little streaky. So yeah, I hope he works on it. I mean he's never and yes, last year hopefully that was an aberration with the injuries because according to LeVar, he said he's never been injured in his life. Then he start questioning the Lakers training staff, but I'm like, all right, whatever. But hopefully last year was an aberration because I actually want to, I actually want to see Lonzo Ball. So, and I'm hoping that, like I said, if the Lakers if he's on the market, the Knicks need to get on the phone. Um, and see and I'll happily trade Frank and to be honest, Frank might be a better fit in LA with LeBron where
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, Frank is more of a shooter. Like he's more of a spot up shooter than a
right
point guard.
right
So like,
he's got
so
nice
I think,
size. Like
yeah.
he can defend. Like that'll be a better fit for them, to be honest. Like I mean, Lonzo Ball's a better
We're,
point
we're
guard.
trying we're trying to sell him on Frank.
There's no doubt about it that Lonzo's the better player, and I think he's going to be the better player overall. But I think Frank,
He does not fit with LeBron. And I just read a story about LeVar Ball saying that Lonzo won't play off the ball with LeBron there. I'm like, if LeBron wants, like, who are you, like, if LeBron is taking the ball up the court, then guess who's playing off the ball?
exactly, exactly, uh,
There's nothing. It's nothing you or even your son, who is the number 2 pick, can do about it.
exactly,
Nothing.
exactly. That's LeBron's team. LeBron's team now. So just
Yeah. This is what LeVar said. All right.
yeah.
He said Lonzo ain't playing off the ball. How's LeBron going to play paint? Going to play point? Lonzo will be pushing, and he get it out of his hands too quick. Lonzo don't do all that dribbling. All he gotta do is run the lane and pass, and run the lane, and the pass gonna be right in the money. We're gonna play so fast. He's gonna throw touchdown passes and be scoring all day. And then when he don't, he gonna throw a long pass, and Lonzo will shoot the three very easy.
Look,
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope that LeBron hears that and says, okay, I'm trading him now.
yeah, it's what. The funny thing is, all right. First of all, you're right. He gonna do whatever LeBron say. First of all, that's first and foremost. Now he ain't gonna be running LA like he's running Cleveland, but yeah, LeBron. That's LeBron's team, and Magic is gonna listen to LeBron a lot. Like they're gonna be on the same level, on the same page on a lot of shit. And and by the way, outside of how aggressive LeVar says things, he's never that far off on a lot of shit he says. Like he's not he says a lot of wacky shit, but it's the way he says it that throws people out, that turns people off. Cause he's always blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like the way he says things makes you want to punch him in the face. but but in reality, sometimes if you listen to what he's saying, he's not saying something totally terribly off. Like that, what you just said, like the fact, the fact that he said that, he's probably saying that based on some knowledge that he might have, based on how they're gonna run the offense. Because remember, I was saying earlier, LeBron said he don't mind playing off. Like the rumor, sources were saying for the past few months that LeBron kind of wants to play off the ball now. That's what Chris Broussard said. A couple other players said. I mean, a couple other reporters said it. So I'm like, all right, like real sources have said it. So I'm like, all right, if that's what he's trying to do. So LeVar could be saying this based on what he knows, and not so much just saying shit because he's so confident in my son's ability to do this and that. Then LeBron, you know what I mean? He could just be saying it based on knowledge that he has. So I'm not like like I said, the way he says things is annoying and makes you want to be like shut up. But like some of the shit he says is calculated, and some of it is just him talking off the top of his So you just don't know, you just don't know. In the end, we'll see how it all plays out. And before this DeMarcus Cousins shit happened, I was really really looking forward to the NBA season. But this heavily discouraged me. But I mean, I don't. And to be honest, I don't watch Golden State that much anyway. They come on late as shit, and I expect them to blow out. I expect
Us
them to
being
blow
on the
everybody.
East Coast, okay, you have to preface that.
Right,
We are on the East Coast, so it comes on later for us.
Right,
Than
right. And not only that, even when they are on and I'm watching, I don't care to watch them because I expect them to blow teams out. So they're not that fun to watch for me. And I don't dislike them, so it's not one of them.
blowouts are never fun.
Say it again.
Blowouts are never fun.
Right. So it's like, and that's just what I expect when they're playing. I did watch them. I do watch them against some marquee teams. I watched them against Houston. I watched them against Cleveland, but with a short leash, with the remote in my hand, ready for it to be a blowout because I know Cleveland didn't match up with them this year. So I would watch early in the game to see if Cleveland's got something for them. If it felt like Golden State was going to blow them, even if the game was still close, if it felt like Golden State was just a run away from blowing this open, I would be ready to turn the channel. So it was one of those things where I don't watch Golden State, so I'm really not going to watch them this year. I don't care. I have no interest in watching them. People there are people that are interested in that, whatever, because some people say super teams are good for the league. I tend I tend to disagree, but I think this team is not that good for the league. I think generally when you have a best team, everybody wants to see that team get knocked off. So yes, in a sense, yeah, that team is good for the league. I don't think this team is necessarily good for the league because they blow teams out. This is a different team. This team wins by hitting a lot of threes, and they can knock you out of the game in 2 minutes. You can be up by 2. And then all it takes is Stephen Curry to hit a shot, and then Klay Thompson hit a shot. Then Curry hit 2 more threes, and then you're down by 15. And then it's not fun anymore. It's only fun for Golden State fans. And so, this is not the same typical best team in the league where everybody wants to see him get knocked off. This is a team that can blow you out, and then it's not that fun to watch anymore. So,
Yeah. Okay, then the next subject I think we should definitely address is the NFL season. All right.
okay, all right. What you got?
We can talk a little bit about the NFL season. Um, all right, you're 49ers. All right.
Okay.
All right, you got Jimmy G. All right.
All right, all right. Got Jimmy G. Got Jimmy G.
You got Jimmy G. All right.
As Doug
So,
Gottlieb calls him, Jimmy Jesus. I don't like that though.
all right. So let me give you a little scenario with your quarterback. All right. Say the first 5 games of the season.
First of all, I don't like the smirk on your face while you're saying this, but go ahead.
I'm smirking. Just
All
pay
right.
attention.
All right.
Calm down. All right. Got you. All right. All right. Say the first 5 games of the season. You guys are 2-3. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G is struggling.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to start to panic? Are you going to blame him, or who are you going to blame at that point?
Um.
Coach? Who's your coach?
Mike Shanahan. I mean Kyle Shanahan. I wouldn't panic. I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs this year. I think we're gonna be a competitive team, but I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna be 7-9, 6-10, something like that. I'm not as high on us as everybody else because everybody saw how we ended the season and it looked good, but nobody saw that coming. Now people will definitely be prepared. They got some tape on Jimmy G, and let's face it, we still have some rebuilding to do. We're not a complete team. We have a lot of we don't have. I'm not sure if we're gonna have a running game. We lost Carlos Hyde, who was a pretty good running back, and I don't know. I don't think we upgraded. So um, I don't know how our running game is gonna be. I don't know if Jimmy G is ready to carry a team to that level, and we don't have a lot of talent yet. I think our defense was okay last year. I think we had some bright spots last year, but I'm not. I mean, the Rams are in our division. The Rams are going to be better. The NFC as a whole with Philly, I think the Giants are going to be better. I think Dallas is going to be better. I mean, we got great. Aaron Rodgers is going to be back.
I don't think I that's where you're wrong about Dallas. I don't think they're going to be better. I think they're going to be worse. I think people have already taken apart Dak Prescott. Um, he's not really that good of a quarterback, and and that's not me talking as a Giant fan. That's me talking as a football guy. I don't think that he's that good of a quarterback, and he took a step back last year. I think he's going to take even more of a step back this year. When it comes to your team, I'm thinking you're going to do 10-6. To
Hmm.
be honest with you, um, I think that your division is going to be like the NFC East back in the day, like where some different team's going to win a division every fucking year.
Hmm.
Last year was the Rams. Would the Rams win your division last year?
Yeah.
This year, I think y'all going to win. Um, I don't have that much faith in the Rams.
Hmm.
Like I'm not saying, oh, these guys are going to win every year. Who says who? What? Like they have one of the best players in the league on defense with Aaron Donald, but it doesn't.
Didn't they
I
also
mean,
just get Didn't they just trade for who did they just trade for? I don't remember.
yeah, I forgot who
Oh,
they
for the
trade. Well,
Chiefs, right?
they trade away their middle linebacker to us, Alex Ogletree. He was their captain.
Yeah.
They traded away to us, so like I'm happy for that. But
I still think they'll be
defense,
better this year, though.
to be honest, defense in this league does not win championships. Like you can have a dominant defense,
Yeah,
but
yeah. The way,
your defense has to be so goddamn dominant that it shuts teams down, and that never fucking happens.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's still. There's still. You're still gonna have those teams like Denver. Denver came out of nowhere, and they were like you said, they were really dominant. So, I mean, it's still.
Like it, you have to make the playoffs first, and offense wins makes the playoffs.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks make the playoff. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever looked at who would win a championship,
Something
um,
wrong, man? You okay? You paranoid,
what the
dog?
fuck is that? It's this. It doesn't touch me.
Uh,
What the fuck was that?
well, what was that your
Uh,
screen thing?
that's a screen thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you look uh, out of any like quarterback, uh, performance in the playoffs, it's only the elite quarterbacks who really do well in playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time, your defense carries you through the playoffs, but during the year, your offense gets you to the playoffs. And
Yeah.
I don't have that much faith in Goff. I don't think that he's
Yeah,
gonna
he's not a yeah he's not
perform.
an elite quarterback. I don't think he ever will be. But he's a solid quarterback. He reminds me kind of say I don't know early Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's a lot better now, but when Matt Ryan came into the league, he was pretty good, and he was above average. You know what I mean? I think he's a little bit more than above. He's not an elite, but I definitely give him more respect than I did say a year or two ago. I think he's better. I think he's proved himself to be just outside of the elite category. You know what I mean? He's not an elite quarterback, but he's in that second tier. So I get
Uh,
and Goff looks like before that. Like I don't think Goff's gonna be second tier. He's gonna flirt with second tier. I think by the time he gets experience, becomes a veteran quarterback. I think I look at Goff how I looked at Matt Ryan when Matt Ryan first came in the league.
well, I don't have too much faith in Goff. I'm not sure that they're going to make the playoffs this year. I think your division is going to be topsy turvy, even with Seattle in the division.
Yeah.
Um, and no one's giving any no one's giving any kind of respect to Arizona because they have
No.
a rookie quarterback,
No.
and like they're in complete rebuild
Yeah.
mode. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
Now in the NFC Central, you always got to put Green Bay in there.
It's not the Central anymore. It's the North.
I'm sorry, the North.
He's still living in 1997.
Yeah, NFC Central. Shit. I'm still in basketball mode actually. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, the NFC North, you still got Green Bay. I think they're gonna make the playoffs barely because
I'm not.
because
I'm not even totally convinced in that division.
yeah, like I think they're barely gonna make the playoffs like they do every year.
Yeah. Yeah. Minnesota. What you
Detroit.
think? You think Minnesota will take a step back this year? They got Cousins at quarterback. Do you think that's a definite upgrade, or you think it's just not much different from what they already had?
It's not much of a difference. Plus, they lost their coach to us, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what type of team they're gonna have without their awesome coach. So
Awesome
so
coach.
I really don't see them make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they'll
I,
probably take a step back.
I think the only team that's going to make the playoffs in the whole division is going to be Green Bay. I don't see the Lions making the playoffs either.
No, they're gonna be the same old 6-10, 7-9, 8. Like they're still gonna hover around there because they're not a bad team, but they're not quite that good either. And the Bears, the Bears could surprise teams. Like they weren't terrible.
They don't have any talent. They still got
Right.
Trubisky as their quarterback, and I'm not sure where he is right now. He's still a second year quarterback, so
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
he wasn't
really.
he wasn't that highly regarded anyway. But he wasn't terrible. You know.
Yeah, he wasn't terrible, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect anything from them, but I'm just saying, like, they may steal some wins to make this all of a sudden they don't look like they're
Six
one of the
and
worst
10.
teams.
There's good.
You're right, six
Six
and
and 10.
10, 5-11 type of deal.
Yeah,
um,
the NFC South.
that's a loaded
Expect
division.
expect Tampa Bay to be one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah, probably.
Expect.
Yeah.
Um, we've talked about this asshole before. I forgot the fucker's
Jameis
name.
Winston.
James Winston. We talked about this asshole before. Um, he's not really living up to his draft. Uh, he's number one overall pick, and he continues to do stupid bullshit. But but as far as him on the field, he wasn't really making a lot of strides on the field either.
Right.
So I think that this is his last shot. I think that after this season, if he doesn't show some type of improvement, it's going to be hard because he's going to miss the first three games because he's being suspended.
Right.
He's going to be, he's going to be out of the league.
Yeah.
Well, not out of the league. But he's going to be cut off that team.
Right. Yeah, he might be out of the league. I'm gonna defend him a little bit, only on this, like the fact that all of his most of the issues that he had was in college, and then at his rookie year, like the incident he just got suspended for was from his rookie year. So I'm gonna still reserve in my mind like to see because he said that he stopped drinking and that was the root to his issues. And I don't know how true that is or not. I don't
I
know.
think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean it
He
could be.
wasn't drinking when he jumped on the table after he got a sexual assault case saying fuck him in the pussy.
Yeah,
He wasn't drunk.
right.
He's just a
He's
dumbass.
right.
That's
He doesn't. It just appears he doesn't have respect for women, and he's just he is what he is. He was still in the crab legs. He had got he was accused of sexual assault in college. Like there's a lot of shit going on with him, and the only thing I will say is those things happened from his college to his rookie year. He has the last 2 years. Nothing has happened to him. I mean, no incidents have happened that I could think of or that I know of. So I'm gonna say, all right, the past 2 years he hasn't done anything. What he did get suspended for was something that happened before that. So he claims that, he apologized. He claimed that He stopped drinking. He said that he changed his life and he this and that. So I'm gonna give him at least one more season to
I
see
don't. I
how
could care less about
true it
what.
is.
I can't care less about lip service.
No, look. I'm with you on that. I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm not ready to throw him out yet. I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm not I'm not saying that he changed. I'm not saying that he didn't change. I'm saying we're gonna wait and see another year, and you know, we'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. I personally hope, I always root for the black quarterbacks because they always have a stigma, even though that stigma is going away, but it's still there. So I always root for black quarterbacks to succeed, and but it's I'm not gonna excuse him for his shitty behavior. I'm just gonna wait and see if he really did change his life around. I'm just gonna wait and see. We'll see what happens a couple years from now. If he has any incidents, I mean, one might be his real downfall is the fact that he's not a consistent quarterback. So, you know, if all it takes is at this point, it don't even take a major incident. All it takes is his name to be in the news for anything, for the Tampa Bay to just be like, you know what, get this fucking guy out of here. You know what I mean? And he brought it on himself. So it's whatever, you know what I mean? But I do root for people to change their lives. I'm a little more compassionate in that sense. It's just who I am, I guess. But
You can change your life around. Doesn't mean I have to buy into your bullshit.
right,
You know
no,
what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you can change your life around, I don't give a fuck about your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do whatever you want to do. You can go to church every Sunday. The thing I care about is if you're going to produce in the field or if you're going to make me look bad in the field. Even if he did that back in 2016, he's getting like this is
that's
affecting
on
my
him.
season right
Right,
now.
right,
So if I'm NFL executive, I'm just like fuck this guy. I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. I don't care what you.
right.
I don't.
He's not
I
worth
don't
our
care about
time.
any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Why do I have to worry about you off the field? Why? You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about any of these other quarterbacks off the field, anybody else off the field but you. You know what I'm saying? Why is it always you? You know what I'm saying? Like all that lip service doesn't mean a fucking thing to me. All I care about is production. You know what I'm saying? I expect you to be professional. I expect it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like hey, here's a cookie. You're doing your job. Like
No,
we don't
right,
get that.
right,
You don't get that.
right.
We expect it to be that, or we're
Especially at
fucking
that
gone.
position. Especially at that position. And to be honest, I wouldn't have even drafted him because I personally like I I definitely at the time I was thinking like I don't think this is gonna work with this fucking guy.
I would do. I would have already went with what's his name, the Samoan,
um,
Hawaii. I forgot the guy's
from
name. For
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Nah, I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Like I would have personally went for him. He already has, even though he has more interceptions and touchdowns, he he already has a playoff victory. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So like, so it's kind of like, yeah, like I'm not
I
I'm not
really can't remember
really
his name right now.
huh?
I said I really can't remember his name right now. It starts with an M. Mariota, Marcus
Yeah,
Mariota.
Marcus Mariota. There you go.
um, yeah, I mean, I definitely would have went with him, and I definitely, if I was the number two guy, I wouldn't have even drafted James Winston. I wouldn't have trusted him. I'd have just been like, we'll look for a quarterback next year, or I would have drafted somebody in the second or third round or something like that. But I wouldn't have touched him, to be honest. I just wouldn't have. Like he had too many issues, and I just wouldn't have went with it. But I think it's time for us to shut this down. We're a little bit over an hour. Probably
Oh, we
about
are. I didn't. It didn't really feel like it.
yeah. Yeah, it's basically yeah. Well, it says an hour and 10 minutes, but I had to stop in between because your
Okay.
Skype froze on us.
My
But
Skype didn't do shit. That was your shit.
well, yeah, my Skype froze him on the screen. So however you want to look at it. But anyway, that'll wrap it up. I didn't put down no trivia questions today. I kind of forgot. So um, you're you're free. You're free this week. You've been doing good at this shits anyway. I gotta start keeping a percentage, keeping a record of how good you've been doing with this shit. I gotta go back now. But anything else you know?
I have a trivia question for you. Name one NBA player who has the same birthday as you.
NBA play. Damn, you just told me this. Is it Dirk
Well, this is actually relevant because your birthday is like Saturday, right?
Is it Dirk Nowitzki?
It's Friday, right?
Yeah, it's Friday, July 6th.
Yeah, so July 6th. So, name one NBA player with your birthday.
Was it Dirk Nowitzki?
No.
Wait, because
I'll give you a hint. You're wearing a Laker jersey. The guy played for the Lakers.
Oh, Pau Gasol. That's right. Yeah.
There you go.
I was close. I knew it was an international player. Right. Thanks for the hint, because I would have been sitting there like, damn. All right, y'all. I guess that's the show. Who knows what the hell's gonna happen in free agency by next week?
Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen in free agency? But I do know one thing: we're gonna get our top 10 fucking quarterbacks of all time. We're gonna get that list next fucking week. I guarantee goddamn to you. Right?
Okay, all right, all right. LJ has spoken. All right, y'all. Later.
All right, so